Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is a VK4502PB. Yes, there's a P in there because it's a Porsche design. And this tank is located on the south spawn of Erlenberg, and it's under the command of Terminator 2003. Okay, this is an assault battle, 10 minutes long. They've got to capture the cap or kill all of the enemy tanks. Well, this rear-mounted turret tank is actually a derivation of the E75. Well, that's its brother. It's a tier 9 German heavy tank. And it's got a variety of guns that it can actually carry. An 88mm, a 105mm, and of course the top gun is the 128mm. And that's what we're looking at here. 490 Alpha. 246mm of penetration with a standard round, and with the APCR that goes up to 311. You can see the Terminator's taking it straight into action. He spotted his first enemy, fires one in, and the AMX loses 547 hit points. Now he's actually protecting his lower plate at the moment with this with the rubble. Seeing as it's a rear-mounted turret, it's actually very good at side scraping, because it can protect its weak spots whilst pulling out to take shots at the enemy. Unfortunately, the Skoda is trying to reverse side scrape there. He's hoping to go for the cupola on the Conqueror. Unfortunately, on this occasion, he doesn't get it, but he did manage to block the shot that came from the Conqueror. He's going to have another go. Go for that cupola. That's better. 488, which is a low roll, and his platoon mate managed to get around in as well. His platoon mate is in the Emil, if I remember correctly. Okay, he's going for the same spot again. Gets it again. 468, low roll again. But he's wearing them down bit by bit. And that Conqueror must be getting pretty sick of actually bouncing rounds by now. He suddenly realises, yeah, your cupola's fairly visible to him. Oh, the Skoda died in a big ball of flames. Pulls back out, nicely lined up. The Conqueror is not even bothering to try and hide his cupola. There's not a lot he can do actually, except hide behind the wreck, and even the wreck probably won't provide enough cover. And so, yeah, that Conqueror is going to die if he stays where he is. And now he's out of the game. There you go. Well, I'm afraid the thing is that a lot of players just don't know how to actually avoid fire. And lower plates. Yeah, he's trying to angle it. He's trying to. Not going to help you. 409. He wasn't able to angle it enough to actually avoid the shot penetrating. The IS-32 is pulling back. He's going to pull back into that little hole. He's lost a lot of his hit points already. One more shot and he's out the game. Now, unsurprisingly, VK means that obviously it didn't get produced. It was a design that was put forward but never actually put into production. And also, the fact that it says 45 means it's a 45-ton tank. Well, that's what they originally designed it as. Oh, we took a round in the tracks there. You'd think that the IS-32 would try a double shot with its 122mm guns. But no, he's out of the game now, so it's all over for him. Now, just around the corner, there's a Barask just around that gap there. And across the... well, there's nobody actually across the water, so he doesn't need to worry about what's on the other side of the river. And I think he's going to let the lurver, and the lurver's shying away. He doesn't really want to go and tangle with the Barask. Well, the Barask is no more. Progetto got him, and now there's just an LHMTV just the other side of the gate, and a Carnarvon just further up the road. Well, the Carnarvon takes this first round for 457. And I have the feeling now that Terminator is going to do... oh, no. Hold on a sec. There is somebody across the water. It's a Noobs. And he doesn't really want to get shot in the side because the Noobs is waiting for him to move forward. Yep, you can see that he's sighted himself up right nicely so that anyone who tries to cross in front of that wreck, he's going to get shot in the side. So for the moment, he's just going to have to sit here until somebody can deal with the UDIS, because he can't move forward, otherwise he will die. Well, at least he won't die, but he'll start losing hit points. Now, I think that his platoon mate is on the other side of the map at the moment, on the other side of the river rather, and he might be able to help out, but nobody from the rest of the team is actually helping, and that UDES is still there. He's decided to risk it, which is taking a bit of a chance, but he is moving, and wow, okay, so he is going now. Must be the UDES just abandoned that position, pulled back. Yep, good shot. 483, low roll but again, but only just. And now the Carnarvon is going to really know the pain. He fires one into the tracks, trying to slow us down, but here we go. Yeah, nice one. He does it again. Hits us in the tracks with an HE round. And the kill shot goes to the Lurver. So there's still 6 enemies out there. He's going to allow the Lurver to go ahead, but no, the Lurver's just trying to bury his nose in the column, or the tower rather. Surprisingly, the enemy's made a big bold move to try and go back. And the UDES, well, instead of actually firing from across the river in safety, he's actually decided to come over. And I think that's a bit of a big mistake by him. He's trying to retreat. And, yeah, took that round for 463. He's now one shot. Anyone can get him now. Still 3 minutes, 8 seconds to go. The UDES has died. There's only 5 left now. 3 light tanks, a medium and a tank destroyer. Now one of the light tanks is up near the cap area, the LHMTV. There's a Waffenträger auf Panzer IV on the other side of the water. And the other 2 light tanks, the LTTB and the LT432, well, are seen down near our spawn points. You'd think if this was if they knew that this was an assault battle, that they'd realise that, yeah, there's no point in them going all the way south unless it's they have actually any chance of killing all of the enemy tanks. And they have absolutely no chance of doing that because there's more than enough to fend them off. And I think that Terminator's being distracted by this LHMTV at the moment. He really should ignore him and just go straight to the cap area and let the others deal with him. The LTTB has suddenly realised, yes, this is an assault game and I need to be near the cap. That's the 2-minute warning. I hope they're not trying to do a no cap kill all, but it looks like that LHMTV is about to make a classic mistake. And he's been spotted, but there's nobody in sight. Oh, that's what spotted you. The Waffenträger auf Panzer IV wasn't the other side of the river. He's this side, and he's actually just over there by the waterfront. And the LHMTV fires around into the side as well. So Terminator's now starting to lose hit points, and well, with only 1 minute 20 left, the LHMTV's poking his nose out, fires another round into the ass of Terminator. He's now starting to receive hits, but the Waffenträger fluffed his next shot. That shot would have reduced Terminator to a one-shot, and the LHMTV's now been wiped out by the Tiger II, which means the Waffenträger is now the last enemy tank. With 1 minute left on the clock, they've got to kill this guy to win the game, and it's now down to Terminator, and the Tiger II's firing into his back. That's his own teammate firing on him. Puts one into the Waffenträger. He's going for the last kill, and the Waffenträger fires one into his tracks, but it's not enough, and it's inevitable that he's going to die, and that wins the game. So, After losing a number of hit points and receiving shots even from his own teammates, Terminator wins the game. Well, it's an ace tanker for Terminator 2003 in the VK4502P Aslains. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this one. He got 8. He got a 5 for effect for doing more damage to the hit points of his own vehicle, and a shell proof for blocking more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. Got a cool headed for receiving 10 or more ricochets or non-penetrating shots in a row from enemy players. A steel wall for blocking the most damage in the game, at least 11 shots, 1000 hit points of damage and surviving. And also a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game overall. Let's have a look at team score. Well, you can see here that Terminator did 7,384 hit points of damage in this game. He basically carried his team. And 4,867 went to his platoon mate in the Emil 2. And that's Plucks Up. And, well, when it came to kills, it was Plucks Up who got the highest with 4 kills. 3 kills went to the Waffenträger and 2 kills went to Terminator. And when it came to base XP, it was Terminator, 1,486, 1,282 to Plucks Up, and 849 to that Leather. He fired 18 rounds, got 18 direct hits, 16 penetrations, so every shot he fired hit the target, but not every one of them penetrated. 7,384 hit points of damage, all of it done at close range. He received 17 hits from the enemy, so more than qualified for the steel wall. 3 of those penetrated, 14 did not penetrate. The 3 that penetrated, well, 2 of them came from the LHMTV, and the other one came from the Waffenträger auf Panzer IV. None of the other heavy tanks managed to penetrate this heavy tank. And when it came to damage blocked by armour, 4,810 hit points altogether. 6 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 killed, and 488 hit points of damage assistance. He earned 69,328 credits from the game, and after repair and ammunition resupply, took away 85,588 credits. He received 1,486 XP, 334 for playing in a platoon, and took away 2,563 experience points altogether. Now the 4502B, is it a hidden gem? Well, technically it is, because it can produce some pretty good results so long as you hide its weak spots. You don't want to expose the lower plate, you don't want to expose the rear really either, as it's shown by the fact that the the LHMTV was able to easily penetrate the VK when he was running towards the Waffenträger as fast as he could. So yes, it's vulnerable in some ways, but it does have that lovely 128mm gun, which is capable of perforating most enemy heavy tanks of the same tier, and possibly even damaging quite a few heavy tanks that are 1 tier higher. So yes, it's one of those tanks that you have to get in the German tech tree if you're going to move up to the top tree. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel please, and thank you for watching.